the hidden cause of helplessness. Motivation isn't found, it's extracted through deliberate, controlled discomfort. Your brain thinks you're already successful. That's why you have no energy. You need to convince it otherwise. Comfort is the signal to stop. Modern life is a lie of abundance. Your primal brain still believes sugar means you've conquered nature. The secret to energy isn't adding more comfort, it's strategically removing it. Discomfort is the command to move. The baseline discomfort protocol. How to hack your primal drives for unlocked energy and focus. Chronic lethargy, apathy, lack of drive, these aren't personal failures. They are accurate biological responses. Your brain is an ancient supercomputer running a simple survival algorithm. If core needs food, warmth, safety are overwhelmingly satisfied, it concludes, mission accomplished. Conserve energy. Do not risk resources. Modern life creates a paradox of success. We are warm, overfed and safe, yet we feel drained and purposeless. The solution is counterintuitive. We must lower our baseline comfort to trigger the brain's survival engine, which releases energy for action. Here are the foundational laws and levers of baseline discomfort. The first law, the success paradox. The brain interprets consistent comfort as ultimate biological success. This triggers an energy conservation state. Constant warmth, ultra-palatable food, and perfect safety signal. You have won evolution. You have secured survival. Rest now. The brain responds by down-regulating energy expenditure, dulling motivation, and promoting stasis lethargy. Overthinking, inaction. Corollary: to reactivate the energy system, you must send credible signals of mild struggle to the brain. You must make it believe conditions are not perfect, that action is still required for survival. The second law, the energy corridor. There exists an optimal zone of controlled discomfort. Outside this zone, the system fails. To high comfort, the success zone, brain stabilizes. Don't move. All is well. Result: apathy, low energy, lack of drive. Optimal discomfort, the growth corridor. Brain perceives manageable challenge. Conditions are suboptimal. Expend energy to improve them. Result: peak alertness, motivation, and directed energy. Too high discomfort, the survival zone. Brain triggers emergency conservation. Resources are critically low. Shut down all non-essential functions. Result: exhaustion, depression, helplessness. Corollary: your task is not to suffer, but to engineer your environment to fall precisely within your personal growth corridor. The third law, engineering versus willpower. Creating conditions is sustainable. Relying on self-coercion is toxic. Forcing yourself out of a warm bed each morning depletes willpower. Sleeping on a firm surface, like a wrestling tatami mat, makes it physically impossible to lounge. The former drains your nervous system, creating willpower debt, later repaid with procrastination or excess. The latter simply redesigns the environment. The brain accepts the new rule without internal conflict. Corollary: never fight yourself, outsmart yourself. Design your habitat so the desired action is the path of least resistance, and the undesired action is difficult or impossible. Primary levers of baseline discomfort. Thermoregulation, the cold signal. These are the direct dials you can adjust to tune your brain's energy output. Mechanism. Acute cold is a primal threat. It forces movement to find shelter, make fire, or generate heat. It cannot be ignored. Protocols. Cold showers 60 to 90 seconds at the end of a regular shower. Sleep surface and comfort, the no-lounge principle. Mechanism. A hyper-soft bed invites lethargy and prolonged sleep. A firm surface supports restorative sleep but discourages lounging. It creates a clear distinction. This space is for sleep, not for hiding from the day. Protocols. Replace a soft mattress with a firm one, a tatami mat, or a Japanese-style floor futon. Remove excessive pillows and comforters. Make your bedroom a place for sleep and intimacy, only not for working, eating, or scrolling. Effect. Improves sleep architecture, increases morning alertness, and eliminates the morning decision to get up. You simply have no comfortable alternative. Nutrition and sugar, the false abundance signal. Mechanism. In nature, sweet tastes meant rare, high-calorie fruit. Today, sugar is ubiquitous and concentrated. When you consume it, your brain receives a massive signal. You have hit the calorie jackpot. The foraging is a success. Conserve energy. Protocols. Radically reduce added sugars and sweeteners. This is the #1 priority. Be aware of hyper-sweet, modern fruit. Opt for berries, citrus. Practice volume control. Eat until no longer hungry, not until full. Introduce periods of intermittent fasting. For example, 14 to 16 hours overnight. Try primitive meals, simple, whole foods, without complex sauces or combinations. Effect. Lowers the success signal, stabilizes energy, increases sensitivity to natural flavors, and forces the body to utilize internal energy stores. Respiratory control, the breath turbo button. Mechanism. Conscious breath restriction, hypoxia, simulates a life-threatening event. The brain has no way to distinguish between holding your breath and being drowned, suffocated. It triggers an immediate, powerful sympathetic alert response. Protocols. Wim Hof method, 30 to 40 cycles of deep breaths, followed by long hold. Box breathing in stress, 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second hold, 4-second hold, simply holding your breath for 60 to 90 seconds during a low-energy slump. Effect. Instantaneous reset of mental state. Forces alertness, increases CO2 tolerance, acts as a direct energy injection without substances. Sensual and experiential restriction, the vividness lever. Mechanism. Overstimulation, constant information, porn, entertainment, processed food dulls your sensory apparatus. Restriction sharpens it. As you approach a perceived lack, your senses heighten. Vividness is the brain's tool for finding resources near death. Protocols. Digital fasting. Dedicated hours or days with no information consumption. Sensual restraint. Periodic abstinence from sexual release to increase baseline tension and drive. Primitive exposure. Camping. Hiking without gadgets. Eating simply. Being cold, hungry, and slightly uncomfortable in nature for short periods. Effect. Recalibrates your pleasure scale. simple things become satisfying. Life feels more vivid and engaging. The brain allocates energy to seek out richer experiences. Critical warnings and bugs. Find your corridor, don't breach it. This is not about masochism. Pushing into the survival zone, extreme deprivation, is counterproductive and dangerous. The goal is mild, sustainable challenge. The sugar crash, completely eliminating all carbohydrates, including from vegetables, can lead to brain fog and low energy. The target is added sugars and hyperpalatable processed foods, not all fuel. It's environmental, not moral. Do not turn this into self-punishment. You are not bad for wanting comfort. You're strategic for adjusting your environment to elicit a better biological response. Start with one lever. Do not overhaul everything at once. Begin with the easiest lever, for example, a colder sleeping environment or cutting out soda. Master it, then add another. The result? A life re-engaged. When you systematically lower your baseline comfort across these levers, you are not depriving yourself. You are having a conversation in the only language your primal brain understands, the language of survival and adaptation. You are telling it, it's not perfect here, it's a bit cold, the food is simple, the bed is hard, we are safe, but we must still strive. In response, it does not give you depression. It gives you the precise tools you are asking for: energy, focus, alertness, and a deep, visceral appreciation for the vividness of being alive. You stop fighting for motivation. You simply create the conditions where motivation becomes your natural, default state. If this video helped you, subscribe now, because we are just getting started.